when dad gets home, you know what he says? You've been a bad girl. You've been a bad little girl and you're getting a vigorous spanking right now.
I didn't know that Tucker Carlson went in that direction. I thought he was like super conservative and wasn't into that kind of talk.
It's actually super creepy because he's talking about his daughter, right? And like, oh, your daughter comes home and you have to spank that naughty girl. I'm like, what are you doing?
No.
What are you doing, weirdo?
No. Let's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see the whole thing in a second,
Yeah.
and then of course everybody's now calling Donald Trump daddy. It's gross in every imaginable way.
Okay, so the context isn't as creepy. I mean, once you put his comments in context, but I don't know what.
I think it is.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so let me just
The beginning
give it to
is
you.
fine. So yeah.
So look, this is during a Turning Point USA event in Georgia. It took place yesterday, Wednesday. Tucker Carlson made a call to young voters to vote for Donald Trump in the election, and he explained that Trump would bring a sense of discipline to the country, like a father coming home after 4 years to misbehaving children. Okay, let's watch.
If you allow people to get away with things that are completely over the top and outrageous, if you allow your 2-year-old to smear the contents of his diapers on the wall of your living room, and you do nothing about it, if you allow your 14-year-old to light a joint at the breakfast table, if you allow your hormone-addled 15-year-old daughter to like slam the door of her bedroom and give you the finger, you're gonna get more of it. And those kids are gonna wind up in rehab. It's not good for you and it's not good for them. No. There has to be a point at which dad comes home.
So look, if he left it there, fine.
Yeah, I didn't mind that part at all.
Yeah.
I actually thought for conservative speech that wasn't that bad. And when he goes, there has to be a time when dad comes home and the crowd goes nuts. No problem so far. But the whole time I know Tucker and I know why he took the turn that he did, which I'll explain in a minute. But the whole time I'm waiting for that turn, that crazy, ridiculous turn, and it got there.
By the way, I would run away from my mom to my dad for safety when I was being bad. But I'm just putting that out there. But nonetheless, here's the rest of it.
Yeah, that's right. Dad comes home. And he's pissed. Dad is pissed. He's not vengeful. He loves his children. Disobedient as they may be, he loves them. Because they're his children, they live in his house. But he's very disappointed in their behavior. And he's gonna have to let them know. He's gonna have to get to your room right now and think about what you did. And when dad gets home, you know what he says? You've been a bad girl. You've been a bad little girl and you're getting a vigorous spanking right now. And no, it's not gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. No, it's not. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna hurt you a lot more than it hurts me. And you earned this. You're getting a vigorous spanking because you've been a bad girl.
Okay, now, so first, let me just regulate, okay?
Is dad home? Did dad come home?
No. Now dad's coming home to Tucker Carlson, okay? You've been a bad boy, Tucker.
Oh my God, stop. It sounds sexual.
No, that's my point. Look, guys, as a dad, I would never come home and tell my daughter.
No, don't even say it. Don't even put it in that. I know what you mean, but
no, but that's his context. That's literally the context he's saying.
It's so
It's
creepy.
not like that context. It is that context. He's saying that he would say to his own daughter, "You've been a dirty little girl. You deserve a vigorous." What are you? What is
Who
the?
says vigorous spanking?
I mean, who says that? And so
in any context other than a sexual one.
it's a 100% sexual. He means it as sexual.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, of course he does, Anna. Please don't be naive. Let me explain why. Okay? Because Tucker does this all the time. He says outrageous things because he knows the press, including us, can't resist it, that we have to talk about it. Because when you talk about your own daughter and how she needs a vigorous spanking because she's been a naughty little girl, everybody's gonna say you're an unbelievable weirdo. Why are you sexualizing this? Are you insane? Every single person that has seen this in among my friends is like, what the hell? Why is this so sexual?
Yeah.
Why are they going nuts over this center? Because ironically, this is a phenomenon that a friend of mine who used to work here called "Look at Me, Daddy" phenomenon. Okay, because his daughters would do like fun different things, and they go, "Look at me, Daddy, look at me," right? And that's what Tucker's done throughout his entire career: say outrageous things on purpose to get attention. So and look at this, it worked. The whole country's talking about Tucker Carlson and his weirdly sexual speech about Donald Trump and his daughter. And now the analogy part. The analogy is Donald Trump is coming home, and the voters or America or the daughter that needs a vigorous spanking.
The politicians, like who needs? I need to know who needs a spanking. Okay, who is he talking about?
And so and the line that he said. See, this is me. I'm not a conservative, and this is among the reasons why. When he said, "And it's gonna hurt you more than it's gonna hurt me," I don't like that. That's not a thing I get off on, right? Like if I had to hit my kids, which I would never do, it would hurt me 10,000 times more than it hurt them. But for Tucker, he thinks, no, those are kids who deserve to be batted around. And so, it's gonna hurt you, daughter, more than it's gonna hurt me. I don't like, that's really disgusting to me.
I've never seen him as animated as he was during that speech. He's so animated and so excited about it. In fact, after he gave that speech, the crowd went wild and started chanting "Daddy Don" when Trump took the stage.
So that's
going to be a thing now. And according to CNN correspondent, a CNN correspondent by the name of Alana Treen, this is something that crowd went wild for here. There are thousands of people here, and when Trump came on stage, as you can see speaking behind me, they shouted, or they started screaming and chanting "Daddy's home" and "Daddy Don." We live in the worst period in American history. No, that's not the worst period, but close.
Okay, no, it's super frustrating. I mean, so you got these weirdos on the right who are, making sexual analogies to their daughters, and then the people who are making sexual things with Donald Trump, who's a weirdo guy who sexually assaults women, etc. And they're like, "Oh, Daddy's home." Oh, gross, right? And the Democrats are having trouble beating him. It's not a good timeline, guys. We're in a world of hurt.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. We also love it if you hit the join button below, because that makes you a member, and members allow us to be independent, honest. We can be as progressive as we want, no corporate media influence, and that's all because of you guys. We love doing the show with our members. Hit the join button, become one of the Young Turks.